presentation is about one-room schoolhouses, if you can't tell.
Okay.
So, facts about teachers. Teachers, they were not just teachers, they were custodians, principals, nurses, cooks, and counselors. They were sometimes just 16 years old, and that was usually just a little older or the same age as their oldest students. Some teachers didn't even attend high school, they just went through 8th grade, and in some small towns, they stayed with the kids in their class. There was a lot of discipline in one-room schoolhouses, and punishments could vary to being struck on the hand with a wooden paddle or struck on the knuckles with a ruler. You could also have to stare at a wall for a period of time, or you had to wear a dunce cap. Yeah, there was actually dunce caps.
What are dunce caps?
They're like wizard hats pretty much, but you have to wear it on your hat.
When we went to the one-room schoolhouse at the fair?
Yeah.
And they had that like white,
What are they?
Yeah,
for? I've never
Because you're a
heard you or
ghost.
something.
Okay, Allie, just
No, it's just so that it's like a punishment.
You're supposed to feel it.
and then
You were not allowed to talk unless you were helping another student or the teacher called on you, and you had to raise your hand to talk.
That's not us.
We're not gonna. We would like.
The teacher taught a range of
always have
students
blood
from ages 5 to 17 or grades 1 through 8. The teacher, she had to prepare lessons for every single class every single day. And the younger students had to learn spelling, writing, and reading and writing. The older kids did that too, but they also had to do geography, grammar, history, and
Biology.
psychology.
whatever it is, which is the study of living.
Physiology. Yeah.
Physiology.
Mhm.
The classroom was filled with as many as 30 or sometimes even 80 kids at a time, and it could be very stressful trying to teach all. There was a teacher's desk at the front of the classroom on a raised platform, and the only source of heat in the classroom was a wood-burning stove in the middle of the room, and if the children got hot, they just had to deal with it. There was no air conditioning, obviously.
That's sad.
The younger students would have to sit at the front of the room, and the older students would sit at the back, usually causing trouble. And if you had to go to the bathroom, you would have to go outside to the outhouse. So if it was freezing cold, they would usually just hold it.
I would use the outhouse a lot just to get out of bed.
Students would often get up
Okay,
very
enough.
early
Let her present.
because they did not want to be late. And the school day would start at 9 a.m. and they had a 1-hour lunch break every day, and then they had 15-minute recess. So the school would get out at 4 p.m. So what if you ever have one-room schoolhouses today? Well, my thing is, kids are always, because you always learn things at a certain time. You have to learn it at this, when you're 6 years old, you have to learn this. When you're 8 years old, you have to learn this. So wouldn't it be better if you could just learn it at your own pace? In one-room schoolhouses, everyone learned, like I said, at their own pace, and they had a lot of group projects so that the kids who were struggling, they could get help from the people who were good at it. So it just helped everyone learn. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something about one-room schoolhouses.